तरह से महिलाओं की जासूसी के लिए सरकार को लगाया जाएगा और क्या वजह है कि जब पिछले नवंबर से ये बात इस हिंदुस्तान के हर नागरिक को झंझोड़ रही है, आज तक मोदी को या अमित शाह को इतनी फुर्सत नहीं मिली कि वो इस पे अपना पक्ष रख सके। जो बार बार भारतीय जनता पार्टी इस इंक्वायरी का जो कमीशन बना है उसका विरोध कर रही है, ये साफ दर्शाता है कि चोर की दाढ़ी में तिनका है। नहीं है, ये मसला इस देश की महिलाओं की सुरक्षा का है और इसके लिए कोई भी पार्टी अगर ये कहती है कि इंक्वायरी की जरूरत नहीं है तो इस देश की महिलाएं ये नहीं मानती। इस देश की महिलाएं इस पे जवाब चाहती हैं कि आखिर क्यों जो व्यक्ति एक तरफ प्रधानमंत्री बनने के सपने देख रहा है, स्वयं एक जवाब इस देश की महिलाएं इस पूरे मसले में क्या वो एक जवाब वो नहीं करते इस देश की महिलाओं के लिए। और आज किसी एक टीवी चैनल के इंटरव्यू में मोदी जी ने कहा, इस मसले पे जब पूछा गया तो बड़ी सफाई से उन्होंने बसते हुए कहा कि मरता क्या नहीं करता। उन्होंने वो जुमला कांग्रेस के लिए इस्तेमाल किया पर वो जुमला मोदी जी पे ही सही जा रहा है कि वाकई मरता क्या नहीं करता, वो इस मसले में मरेंगे, इसलिए वो इस पूरे मसले पे चुप्पी साधे हुए हैं।
Is a fundamental right to life under Article 21 of the Constitution of India as held by the Supreme Court of India umpteen number of times. Do Shri Narendra Modi and Shri Amit Shah have any right to conduct surveillance on a young girl as also tapping her phones, not just her phones, her friends' phones, as well as all her acquaintances and her family members, in total disregard and total impunity in a totally illegal fashion? Does he have that authority? Does he have the moral right to do something like this? Is my question, one of the questions to him.
You want me to translate it to Hindi simultaneously?
The second question to Mr. Modi and the BJP. Why were extensive spying operations launched on an oral, undated request by her father, Shri Pranlal Soni, of an adult girl, as is being alleged in hindsight as a mode of defense? This is the defense that they're giving, that it was on the request of the father. You have no written request from him, you just have an oral, undated request. Which chief minister puts a young girl under such extensive surveillance on an oral, undated request from her parents or her relatives? In how many cases, before and after this incident, has Shri Modi put young girls under surveillance on the request of their parents or relations in Gujarat? Why were other friends and acquaintances meeting up with a young girl being put under surveillance? These are some very pertinent questions that Mr. Modi has been totally quiet on and he needs to answer. The third question to him. Why did Shri Narendra Modi, as also Shri Pranlal Soni, father of the girl, not disclose the fact that Shri Narendra Modi knew the young architect girl for close to 5 years? That is since 2005. Prior to mounting of surveillance on her. He's known her since 2005, is what they're maintaining or what they're claiming. So why was it kept a secret? Her friends and acquaintances were all under surveillance in the year 2009 as per an oral, undated request by the girl's father. What was the reason for hiding these facts? Why is he hiding these facts if there is nothing? For occurrence of a public emergency or in the interest of public safety, that is, danger or risk for people at large. These and other conditionalities have been elaborately laid down by the Supreme Court of India in People's Union for Civil Liberties versus Union of India, 1997. Now, will Shri Narendra Modi and Shri Amit Shah explain as to what was the public emergency or danger or risk for people at large that led to this kind of surveillance? Tapping of phones and spying on this young architect girl, her friends, family relatives, as also acquaintances through the 3 wings of Gujarat Police. Now you have the State Intelligence Bureau, you have the Crime Branch, and you have anti-terrorist squad, snooping on her. So he needs to tell us why was it so important for him to not follow these technicalities. Were Shri Narendra Modi and Shri Amit Shah entitled to use state police machinery beyond boundaries of state of Gujarat without even informing the government and police authorities of states within those whose territorial jurisdiction was the surveillance being conducted outside the boundaries of state of Gujarat? Like Shri Shobhaji mentioned, that it went beyond Gujarat. It wasn't just in Gujarat. It went beyond the boundaries of Gujarat, where most of this was not illegalities were followed, where this is concerned. If yes, how and from which head was this money used and its justification? We still do not know. We still do not have answers to these questions as to how all this was done. Now, a seventh question to him. For details leakage of Shri Arun Jaitley, if you remember, some time back, Arun Jaitley, there was some call details leakage that happened. He was a leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha at that point of time and had led a vociferous protest by the BJP, led by him, was protest by BJP and blocking of parliament for 3 days. They had blocked the parliament for 3 days. It also led to registration of criminal cases and arrest of those found prima facie guilty. So that was the kind of protest that we saw when a case like this was, where Mr. Arun Jaitley was involved in a similar case. Shouldn't similar action be not initiated against Shri Narendra Modi, Shri Amit Shah and others involved in this illegal snooping racket? How does Shri Arun Jaitley today justify non-initiation of actions against Shri Narendra Modi and Shri Amit Shah for such illegal spying operation transcending the boundaries of the state of Gujarat? Today we have Mr. Jaitley coming and justifying something like this. Why is it that the same rules do not apply to the state government? Is it not a fact that illegal